Okay. So per your request, I am gonna do some stretches for the shoulder and the neck and the upper back. Help relieve some of the tension there, and then hopefully you'll start feeling more relief. So some of these things are gonna be really simple. Just like sitting here, you can sit cross-legged, or I kind of like to sit on my knees doing this just because my spine is straighter. But you just want to kind of go for comfort. So even if you need an elevated seat, you can put a cushion underneath your bottom to help elevate and keep the spine as straight as possible while you're doing this. I'm going to show you the back as well. So start, kind of going one direction and then alternating, because once those muscles start kind of loosening up a little bit, and then circle forward. If you've been going backwards, circle forward. It's just going to help bring some circulation and motion to the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. And then we're just going to do some side stretches because it's going to help release some of the bottoms of the trap and the obliques. So reach over. And so when you inhale and you go up, you're working with the lungs. So the lungs expand and you get the support of the stretch with the breath. You take a few breaths while you're in this pose. And then eventually on an exhale, you'll release. So try that again on each side. And I'm doing this with my back towards you so you can actually kind of see what muscles are working. Next, now that you've kind of created more circulation, hopefully those shoulders are warming up, we're going to do a little bit of neck rolls. I'll turn this way for this before we start doing some deeper shoulder stretches. Circling the neck around. I actually have some tension in my neck as well, so I'm not getting my full range of motion. I've noticed that I can go farther left than I can go right. So chin pivots back and forth. And then dropping the chin in a circular motion side to side. I don't really recommend going past the shoulders. If you can, that's great. For me, it's a little tender. And if you're already feeling tension there, just keep it simple, but provide the invitation for the body to move in those patterns. And then maybe let's take an inhale, chin up. Exhale, slowly drop the chin. Inhale up. One more time. And this one I'll show you one side forward and then I'll turn around so you can see the other side. So you're going to inhale, bring this hand over. If you have, this is why I'm going to turn around actually, because you're going to see it better. If this is all you have right here, that's fine. Just take some breaths there and just see if, as you breathe, if you can bring the elbow in alignment with the spine. You don't want to overdo it. There is no, prize for getting it there. I tend to have, I'm actually really flexible here, so don't expect your shoulders to look like mine. So we're doing the right side first, and it might just look like this. It might look like that. If you can, and you get a little bit more flexibility, putting your hand behind your heart and making sure your chin is up, not down, because you notice the spine curves. Keep your chin up, perpendicular or parallel with the ground, perpendicular with your neck. And this might be all you can do. Breathing there, that's a great shoulder stretch. If you have this access, this will give you a deeper stretch. This is Cowhead Mudra. And just gripping the fingers there. Breathing in. And you can sit here for a full minute, just circular breaths. And then if this is easy for you, then you can fold forward. And what it's doing is it's stretching this left shoulder, this down arm. It's stretching it. As you fold. And like I said, you don't need to do all that. You just kind of go where the edge of the stretch is, because that's where the medicine is. And then you do it to the other side. And it might just look like this. Simple stretch, but effective in working the neck and the shoulders. And as you're breathing here, to bring awareness to the jaw, oftentimes we clench the jaw, especially if we're feeling tension in our neck and our shoulders. See if you can just drop the jaw. You might notice that your pelvis shifts as well when you do this, because it's very related to the jaw. And you might notice that your muscles begin to forgive and surrender a little bit more. And then you can also do the bind on this side if it's available to you, reaching the hands back there for Cowhead Mudra. Noticing if one side is tighter than the other. And then folding forward. And stay there as long as you wish. Now this other one is going to be a floor stretch. So I know that this request, you said that you had tingling in the hands, so this might not be available for you. If you can get a downward dog in, it's such an amazing stretch for the whole body to open up. Also to, when you get into this position, to allow the neck to relax, not to hold the neck. Mostly it's the strength in the shoulders, the core, and the legs that are going to hold you here. And then you can come forward, chaturanga or knees to the mat. And then do cactus arms. So right angle out to the side, and you're going to pick a direction to roll. And this just opens it up. You might not even get the leg. You might just stack the leg. But if you get the leg, that means you have a little bit more flexibility in your chest and the shoulders, so you can roll. And as you breathe there, you're just allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to open up more without injuring or pushing it further. And you can go to the other side. You might find one side more open than the other, as you just saw there. This side is definitely more open than my right shoulder, my right chest. And you can hold there as long as it feels productive and nourishing. You can also do this in the doorway. So make sure you're able to see this. So if you're standing here, you get your right angle of your elbow to your body, and then you take a step into the door frame, feeling that stretch in the upper body. You'll also feel it down the leg as well. And so do what one feels most productive. And so I'm on the other side of the frame. You're not actually seeing the arm, but you're getting a visual. Rotating the hips. You're getting a nice vertical supine twist, but you're feeling it in the chest and the shoulder and the upper back. That's great. And then if you're feeling like that's yin for releasing the shoulders, the neck, the upper back. If you're looking to actually get some strength in there because the injury or the weakness is what's hurting you, you might want to add some cobras or sphinx to that. It's more chest, but you're also going to get shoulders as well. So as you're on the ground, you want to tent your hands in alignment with your shoulders and engage the core and lift up. You're going to notice strength in the upper back. You're going to probably feel it in the lower back. If you're feeling pain, you might feel sensation, and that's okay. But if you're feeling pain, maybe drop your cobra a little bit. And you're going to feel the shoulders start to strengthen. And I like to do this on a breath. So as you inhale, the belly expands, the chest raises up. Exhale, lower down. And do a sequence of about 10 of those. If you're wanting something a little bit more gentle, the Sphinx pose, you're going to feel your shoulders more supported. So you're going to feel this more in your abdomen, your chest, and give your neck, some rotations. But this one, instead of expanding on the inhale, you fold in on the inhale. Exhale, expand. You're going to feel the engagement of the core, but also the neck, the relationship to the neck and the shoulders. You'll feel the neck extend, which is a nice stretch, and the shoulders drop in to secure you as you extend. So one more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then always child's pose. It's so yummy for the shoulders, the whole body, really. So you want your knees hip distance apart, legs behind you. And obviously, if you're pregnant, you want it wider. Or if you're feeling a lot of pain in the lower back, you can bring your knees closer together. It's kind of just a bit of a different stretch. You're going to feel it differently in your back. This kind of allows also the lower back to relax as you extend those arms forward. And then maybe if you're wanting to just kind of get into the shoulders a little bit more, you can tent your hands. Do some gentle rotations, isometrically inward and then outward. So kind of a different, subtle stretch as you come up. And then I like to always invite people as they come back into a more meditative seated position. You can self-massage. If you're in lotus or sitting cross-legged, I like to do a little foot massage. If you're a little more vertical like me on your knees, you might just release the tension behind the ears. Pull a little bit gently on the earlobes, massaging downward, getting into the shoulders, taking turns. At this point, they should be a little more loosened up, but you'll still find some knots in there. And then there's a really nice vagus nerve release here. I'm gonna get closer for this. Make sure I'm in here. Okay. So there's a vagus nerve right here in your neck. So if you engage it and hold 30 seconds to a minute, you'll start to feel your nervous system relax. And I like to alternate hands just because strength, keeping that engagement. And there you go. I hope that you found that helpful. If you have any more questions or want some more tips, just let me know.